Welcome back to Persona 3 as we enter our final days. And our social links are all wrapped up. We've done just about everything. We even beat Elizabeth. I beat Elizabeth, you didn't do anything. Sorry, I've been saying we this entire playthrough, and I need an I moment, because that was a big moment for me. I said before, I always cowered out fighting her. She's so difficult and tough. And one thing I didn't mention in that last episode, a tool that you need to beat Elizabeth is also a calculator. You ever wonder how I was able to calculate when she was in the sweet spot to hit her with Armageddon? Yeah, you need to manually calculate that yourself. Oh joy, that's my favorite part about video games, when I need a calculator to play them. Alright, because we don't really have much on the docket, we're going to be running a few errands. So let's head over to this antique shop. Thank you very much, that's the best katana in the game. And oh darn. See, I had an opportunity to do this last night. I did a little bit of work off camera. I cleaned up my persona list to where I'm only down to one persona now. It's just Messiah. That's not exactly smart. I mean, why carry one persona when you can carry 12? But I'm trying to play up to the theme. So excuse me as I grab my phone here to make sure I know which persona it is I want to carry. And we go to the compendium and search by level, because it'll definitely be one of the strongest personas in the game. And as we scroll through these, I am looking for... Oh, I already passed it up. It says Sora. Oops. Trying to do this one-handed is not easy. Man, remember when I had 9,999,999 yen a few episodes ago? Oh, well, that's what happens when you try to create a great Orpheus Telos, and you have to keep buying personas to make stronger personas that will eventually fuse into Orpheus Telos. Down goes 8 million yen straight into the drain. Wonderful. Now part of me really regrets the whole taking 500 million yen when I could only carry an extra 200 million. Now it looks kind of stupid in retrospect. Alright, one last trip here with Officer Kurosawa. We'll sell off a lot of this junk, but make sure we keep our ultimate weapons for my own purposes. And luckily they stand out thanks to only selling for a single yen. Man, I gotta say, the bludgeon weapons have the fucking coolest names. Guillotine Axe, Corpse Rod, Colossus. Yet Evil Gloves is very simple, even though they're made out of a giant dick monster. Everyone loves you, Mara. Oh, do I not have an extra fucking gun for the next playthrough? Well, I guess I know what I'll be spending that on. My freebie Nile weapon. Ooh, I should keep that, I think. Yeah. These are also the Soul of Athena for Igus and the Aura Dog Suit for Koromaru are items that you can only get via Messiah's heart item. That's also how you get the Armor of Light and Shoes of Light. So let's try to mash through all this garbage. The swan legs also apply to that. I'll keep those Hanzo sandals. Ooh, I should keep the Divine Pillar. I probably should have sold off the last few of those things, but oh well. And we have a bunch of gems. Free stuff. Where are the... Here. There we go. Our coins and card sets. I used a few of these to max out Orpheus Telos. I believe his agility and strength were just a little below maximum when I got him. And we have a few sellable things that are meant to be sold. Alright, not bad. So after all that, we're back up over 4 million yen. And go next door and hand over this Asura. Now what would be really dumb is giving over this Asura and Nile Longsword and then not picking it up in 2 days. I have to remember to do that on the final day of the game. Or rather, final standard day. Let's say that. Let's head over to the pharmacy. Now, if I'm not mistaken, your items for healing and such do not actually carry over New Game Plus, which is so weird. I guess they don't want players hoarding things like beads and somas. I'll add a couple of these just for posterity. And just for fun, I'll find out if the super cat food carries over. That'll be a fun little adventure for me. Now, because we have a lot of time to fill, let's check on some of these people. Because we've been hearing all about the cult and what kind of effect it's having on the town. Standard members of the Lost. I feel like there should be something unique going on in one of these locations, but I don't think there is. We could always find a meaningless event to spend time on, but generally there isn't too much going on. See, that's more of the dialogue I was looking to find. The crazy, we're all going to die, Nyx is great dialogue. So yeah, the movie theater is a real place. You can go there, it helps raise your attributes. Kind of funny that I'm explaining this now on January 29th.
Welcome back.
Thank you, Mitsuru. Yeah, explain the health system now. Let's check on our teammates, because it's been a while. I've been rushing through these last few nights. I'll be fine. I have the omnipotent orb. Well, that was a bit of a weird simile. That's not the word. Metaphor? I don't know, a weird comparison, a weird thing to contrast. Not knowing what life holds compared to not knowing whether or not you'll ever like black coffee. Yeah, no. I already fought a very powerful... Whatever the Velvet Room people are, who knows what they are. Yay! Fighting for people we love. Well said. And guess what? There's actually a special scene we can view tonight, and we can view it by talking with Koromaru. See, normally, we only take one person at a time, but seeing as this is the end of the game... Oh, he's begging you more than usual. Everyone can go. With one day to go until the full moon, my calendar has this day set aside for one little final event. Now, because social links are wrapped up, there's obviously nothing required, but there is a fun thing that you can do. Did you know that after you've completed the social link of a romantic interest, you can still spend time with them if you interact with them? Now, sadly for me, though not that I would necessarily pick this, Aegis is not available. She says happy words and such, but only the other girls are available, so I would assume that Fuka is down the hall, and Mitsuru should be around as well. At least I'm hoping. I don't want to be proven wrong. There's Fuka. And of course, you can spend time with Yuko and good old Chihiro. There we go. My first girlfriend whose name I've forgotten. See, that's so cute. I just wanted to talk to her for that. No, thank you. Let's see what Fuka has to say if we talk to her. That was nice. And Chihiro. Yuko. No, thank you. So you can probably guess where I'm going, and that would be to spend time with Yukari. Now again, this isn't a biased thing, but I feel like in this situation, this is what the main character would do anyway.
Greetings.
Well, tomorrow is the promised day, and I get the sense that we won't really hear anything new. Doesn't seem like it. Yeah. Man, they couldn't think of anything new. Okay. Well, that's a shame. And I assume Koromaru's done. Yep. The walking system is over. Tomorrow is the promised day. Let's get to bed and make sure we're in perfect condition for the fight that lays ahead. Lies ahead? Whatever. Now we have an afternoon to ourselves, which there's really nothing to do. But I did it. I did the thing. I didn't forget. Let's go pick up that weapon. Ah, wasting time. Because I'm sure no one is super anxious or anything. But let's first drop a final save. And what do we want? We want slot 9. Alright, give me my weapon. My knife. And we're done. The one errand I had to do. Maxed out my Nile weapons at least, so... And I did it with no time left to spare. That's nice. Doesn't seem like anything interesting is happening here. We can head right back to the dorm and get ready to face our final battle.
All right. This'll probably be the last time we meet like this. Is everyone ready?
Can I say something? I know that we have to defeat Nyx. But if you think about it, that means we'll be getting rid of the Dark Hour. So our memories may disappear. But even if that happens, I want you all to know, I won't forget you. Even if it robs us of all of our memories together, I will still remember you all.
We know you will, Yucatan.
I won't forget you either. Neither will I. I will not forget you, Yukari-san.
Don't worry. Even if you do forget about us, I'll remind you.
Yeah, so don't worry about it.
Oh, I'm so glad to hear that.
Okay. Then after the battle, no matter what happens, let's promise to meet each other again.
Good idea, but where should we meet? I don't think it should be the dorm. We'll come back here anyways if all goes well. Hey, shouldn't we also decide on when we'll meet?
Yeah, it should be a special day.
What about graduation day? When the Dark Hour vanishes, our memories might not disappear right away. So we shouldn't plan to meet too soon after the battle. And there's no day that will have more significance to us all. Wow! You're really smart, Yukari-san. Graduation day. Yes, that will be easy to remember.
Yeah, that's probably our best bet. Graduation day it is. Now, where should we meet?
It should be somewhere where it's easy to recognize that peace has returned to the city. And when we meet again, we should remember how we're feeling right now. That no matter what may happen, we will never look back.
I agree.
Sorry, but you'll just have to wait. All right then, let's get going.
Yeah. Together. I will do my best.
Good, because I'm counting on you. This is going to be easy.
Yes, it is.
Well, I'm a little nervous, are you? Let's check out the system and the dictionary. I've actually never done this, so I want to see what it says. Where is it? It might be the last thing. It is. Graduation, or graduation day is what was highlighted. You agree to meet with the others on graduation day, even if you've lost your memory of all that has occurred. That is the promise that has been made. So, let's keep that promise. And checking in on all our teammates. Well said, Koromaru. Well said again. So Ken is fighting for his mother, Shinjiro. Yukari for her father. Junpei unexpectedly for Chidori. Fuka for all the bonds she's made since joining Seas. Igus for her newfound life. Akihiko for Shinjiro as well. And of course, Mitsuru with her father in mind. She is our exit. Let's get going. So we're in Tartarus as normal, and we will have to go up to the very top. I first want to assemble my team, and I know which fights are coming up, so this will be an interesting selection. I believe I will be going with... throw Junpei on. Mitsuru and Yukari. And before I forget, let's give Ken his new spear. So as we expected, Strega is in the way. Goodbye, Gold Shadow. Didn't want to fight you anyway. So I will try to make my way as quickly through this as possible, even though I'm obviously picking up items for some stupid reason. I can take a guess on which one we're going to have to fight first. This is a video game after all. So they're probably going to go in order of command. Let's see, here's the exit. Now we just gotta get through 257. I must say, it feels very unusual to be having to entertain while in Tartarus. This is usually my turn off my brain section. Here we go, floor 258. So if we wanted to, we could reassemble the team, but let's not do that.
So, you came after all. You? Where's your partner? Takaya went on ahead of me. He's destined for greater things. So, it looks like you're serious about fighting Nyx.
How do you know about Nyx?
I pieced together the information Ikutski left behind. But not all of it made sense. He was a real nutjob.
Did you know Ikutski?
We were surprised to find out he was your boss. We really only knew his name. He was just one of the researchers who created us.
He created you?
Who are you?
There's no use in telling you. The end is near.
We don't have time for this. Get out of our way.
Can't do that, little lady. There's no way you'll be able to stop Nyx. But I can't let you interfere with Takaya's wish.
Do you even understand what you're saying? If Nyx isn't stopped, all life will be destroyed.
Exactly. We won't live much longer, and we want to see the end before we die. That is Takaya's wish, so I'm not backing down. Enough talk. Let's do this. This is it. I ain't holding back. You think you're tough? I won't lose this time.
Here's our chance.
Yeah, tough words from someone who's about to get an all-out attack.
Let me at him.
I failed. What are you waiting for? Finish me off! I would do anything for Takaya.
Why are you so loyal to him?
You wouldn't understand. Takaya showed me the light when I was in the darkness. It was a long time ago. In order to better understand the Dark Hour, Kirijo rounded up kids that were living on the streets and gave them special powers, so they could investigate Tartarus.
What?
But when that power doesn't emerge naturally, it's difficult to control. So the kids had to take experimental medication so their powers wouldn't kill them. Only 3 kids out of the original 100 survived, and after 6 months, the experiment was canceled.
Then those 3 were...
You all suffered at the hands of Kirijo.
Takaya saved me from it all. He said, don't let the past control you, and don't look to the future. Simply live in the moment. To be honest, I don't even care about Kirijo anymore. But Takaya's wish must be fulfilled.
You.
We were here too long.
We're running out of time. We have to go now.
But we can't...
You idiots! I don't want your pity! I won't let you eat me. I believe in you, Takaya. Fulfill your wish. I will hold on to the freedom you gave me to the very end.
Hey, was that... Did he...
Let's go.
Well, you can add one more to our victim totals in Persona 3. Sadly, you now know the truth behind Strega. They were, in fact, a product of the former Kirijo sins. So, let's make some roster changes right here. And finally, we will add Ken. Get a look at his new kick-ass weapon. So yeah, Strega was an experiment from the Kirijo group, and obviously Akutsuki was in charge. They were looking to manufacture Persona users, and I'm sure the end goal was always to create a team that would destroy the 12 fragments of death so that they'd become united and bring about the fall. So isn't that great that 97 young people had to die instantly and 3 more had to be put on drugs that would eventually kill them, all because a bunch of crazy assholes wanted to bring about Armageddon. That's just great. So obviously Takaya is our last remaining barrier, and if you will notice, I meticulously picked my team because of it. Ken, Koromaru, and Akihiko were the 3 closest to Shinjiro, at least on C's. So I felt like, hey, if we're gonna go and take down the guy who killed Shinjiro, we might as well pick these 3. Let's find this final staircase. Here we are. Alright, Takaya, you crazy pseudo-messiah bastard. Let's do this thing.
Is the top of Tartarus past here?
Indeed.
Then let us through.
I am not standing in your way. I take it you have defeated Jin. You are quite troublesome. What is it that you seek? These are your final moments. The end is nigh.
Sorry, but we're not gonna let that happen.
You are merely wasting your energy. Why not celebrate this wonderful moment? What better way could you spend your final moments together?
Will you shut up already?
My life was stolen from me, and in its place I was given a power I never asked for. And so, I learned that the future is only a delusion. Only by striving to live every moment to its fullest can the soul truly be satisfied. That is why we welcome this glorious revelation. To shine a light upon this darkened world.
You're so full of shit! I'm not dying so you can have a friggin' nightlight!
This is not merely my desire. There are many who have also gathered to rejoice in her arrival.
That's just because all these weird things have been happening.
That is untrue. Who is responsible for reviving Nyx? Can a single person boast of this great accomplishment? You all worked tirelessly to prevent it, and yet in doing so, you unwittingly aided in her coming. So you see, this is not just my will. It is the will of all people. Man cannot face death without first finding meaning in life. But the world has realized that any meaning in life was lost long ago. Nyx has come because humanity has cried out for her salvation.
That can't be. I don't believe you. And yet, there is truth in what he says. I guess. But now we know that it was a mistake. And that's why we're here. It's not a matter of whether it is possible or not. It's a matter of believing in ourselves. That's what it means to live.
The world isn't so simple that one person can decide whether we all live or we all die. So even if there is no hope, we won't give up.
What do you know of this world? No matter how long you search or how hard you pray, eventually you will realize that there is no truth. Just as death is eternal, a truth that has been lost can never be found again. Are you really so desperate to die that you will stand before the almighty Nyx? Such foolishness is what I am trying to rid this world of. If you insist on asserting your way of living, then I shall do the same. The coming of Nyx is but moments away! You needn't hurry. The moment we await is predestined. It's only a matter of time.
Please be careful. I sense even greater power than before.
I won't lose.
Even as I speak, I can feel it. The end of everything. I pity those who cannot see it for what it truly is. A blessing.
Up here!
Salvation draws near! We are mere mortals. We cannot change our fate. You would be foolish to deny it. Okay. Seems we are destined to be in opposition. How can you summon such power, even in the face of death?
I've been waiting for this. Okay, now!
Death is but a blessing. I have failed, haven't I? There is nothing more I can do. Now, kill me.
Are you scared?
What a peculiar question. You know nothing of death if you think that it is something to fear.
What do you mean?
You fear it because you do not understand it. I will not explain to you any further.
There's no honor in taking the life of someone who can't move. You will live to see if what you wished for comes true or not.
Yeah, lie there and repent for what you've done.
You are all so odd.
We're finally here. Up ahead is the top of Tartarus, the promised place Ryoji spoke of. Let's regroup for the final battle.
There may be some truth to what Takaya says. The coming of Nyx is something that could not be achieved easily, and perhaps, just as even Aigis acknowledged, there may be truth in his words that all of humanity is to blame for this. Well, we're on floor 262. That ramp right there will lead to the very top of Tartarus, the tip top, the real top. So, let's assemble our final team. Just because I want it to be perfect, let me remove everyone first. And Ken. Take a wild guess on who I want by my side, who I want to be first in order. Why, that would be Aigis. To be quite honest, Aigis isn't exactly the most optimal partner for this. She isn't the best for this fight, but that's okay, we're gonna win regardless. Next, this is a tough choice. But next, I would want Yukari. And finally, Akihiko. And to be 100% safe, what we can do is head back this way and go into the lobby and save our game. I'll also point out that if you're playing your own Persona 3 after this, this is now the perfect time to take care of last minute things. Namely, you would, if you were playing in a new game and you really like the persona that's been carrying you towards the end game, now would be the time to go register it in the compendium to make sure you have it for your next file. Also, you could change your persona list up one last time if you needed to. Let's check on Takaya. He's unconscious, supposedly. So this is it. At the top of this ramp is our final battle. And I don't know how long it's really going to be, so I'm sorry to leave you in suspense like this. But this is it. Final couple hours of Persona 3 are coming to a close. Let's go burn our dread.